Jehuty here. Let's get into the Season 4 changes for Hwoarang. Let's start off with the new move, which comes out of right Flamingo, up forward 4. It's a hop kick, it comes out at 17 frames and is minus 13 on block. I hope you guys get a good use out of it. I'm not quite sure about that move. I'm not a Hwoarang main though. So next up we have 4-3. And what's happened here is that the damage has been increased from 14 to 16, but I think that's referred to the second hit. And then change the opponent's behavior when the move lands as a counter hit, so it can now wall splat, which I think is quite cool, but the duration which you'll have to combo off it will be short. Next up is down back 4. Now what's happened here is that this has also received the damage buff. It's gone from 12 damage now to 14. That's another buff for Hwoarang. You're going to hear a lot about these. So next up is the Orbital, up 3+4. And what's happened here is that increased the strength of the pushback and made the move easier to land. So I think it's just more consistency. It's a small buff. I'm happy for Hwoarang people. Next up is Hunting Hawk, and what's wrong here is that, well, there's nothing wrong. It's just that it used to be a problem in certain scenarios when you'd input the Hunting Hawk, the up forward 3-4, and then it would have an undesirable result, and they've patched that now out as well. Next up is Spinning Axe Kick, forward 3. Decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move hits. So now Hwoarang can get better pressure off of this move after it lands. So buff once again for Hwoarang. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Now we come to Crouch Dash 3, and what's happened here is that this move used to have a 18 frame startup, and now it has an 18 to 19 frame startup. I think it has to do with the distance. I don't quite get it right here so that it hits at 19. But I think it has to do with the distance, so just a minor nerf. So next up we have While Running 3, and what's happened here is that it's increased the lower range of the attack. I think certain attacks would go underneath it, even though it has low crushing properties. Next up we have Out of Right Stance, which is seeing forward 4-3, and what happened is that this move used to have an issue that if it will like attack from the side, the second hit could be blocked in certain occasions, and that wasn't the desired result. Let's see if it's quickly been fixed. On one side definitely, on the other side as well. I set my opponent to block. Next up forward 3 out of left Flamingo, but specifically all of this out of right stance. So first right stance into left Flamingo and then to forward 3, and it seemed like there was an issue there. Fixed an issue of the properties of the move were not the same as during left Flamingo forward 3. So then next up we have during left Flamingo 4, and what's changed here is that we have frame advantage, which is on block, which used to be 2 and now is 4, so that's a buff for the Hwoarang players. And also decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move is blocked, so that's better for pressure. And then reduce the pushback, the strength of the pushback, and made the move easier to land. So I think that'll come in handy in combos, but also slightly nerf wall travel. Now we have during left Flamingo back 3, and what's happened here is that they've increased the lower range of the attack, so it'll have better low crushing properties, and then reduce the strength of the pushback and made the move easier to land. So I think it's the same thing as mentioned before. It'll be easier to implement it into combos, but it will nerf the wall travel most likely, because that's like the theme of Season 4 a bit. And then let's go forward with during left Flamingo up forward 3. And this is just like mentioned before, but now it's specifically out of left Flamingo, and there was an issue that in some scenarios an undesired result would occur, and that's been patched out here as well. Okay then, during right Flamingo 3, what's happened here is that this move used to be +2 on block, now it's +4. Another buff for Hwoarang. In addition, decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move is blocked, so that'll help Hwoarang's pressure. And then reduce the strength of the pushback and made the move easier to land. So that means more combo consistency, most likely if it's used in the combo. I have no idea really, I don't play Hwoarang. But also reduce pushback, like mentioned before. So we're almost done here. During right Flamingo, down forward 4. And what's changed here is that they've increased the range of the attack. So that's another small buff. Then we have during right Flamingo, back 4. And what's happened here as well is that increase the lower range of the attack. So yeah, another buff for Hwoarang. Last up we have the roll and choke troll, and what used to be is that after successfully hit, it used to be plus 13, but now it's neutral, so just 0. And what that means is that certain follow-ups are not guaranteed anymore, like the forward 4. And yeah, we saw this coming. Anyway, that's been it for Hwoarang. Please stick around, more content is coming. Subscribe, like, comment, and this is your boy Jehuty, and I'm out.